I saw this photograph in there. I don't know about you, but sometimes you see stuff that really sets you off down on the track. And this was a box of flies tied by a Canadian gentleman called Warren Duncan.
We can see better on the...
Oh, perfect, yes, yes. And I saw this, and I was so taken with this box of flies, I tied one just like it, or I thought it was. And Warren Duncan was over here the following year doing demonstrations at the old Partridge days. So I got in my car and drove up with a box of flies. I showed them to Warren. And as soon as I saw his flies, I realised that mine were not even close.
Twice as good.
Not even close, you know. But Warren took me under his wing. And for many years, when he came over every year to do the Partridge days, he used to stay with me, and we used to sit and tie flies. I was also really lucky around about the same time to meet a guy called Davey Wootton, who was a guy that did SLF, but he was a production tyer as well at the time, tying thousands and thousands and thousands of salmon flies through the year. And I picked up a lot of ideas and methods from those two guys. To give you some idea, Warren used to take on orders 5,000 at a time. And he'd get through 30,000 salmon flies in a year. And that's some going. And it wasn't his full-time job, he worked shifts. 4 days on, 4 days off. He died a few years ago, but still, he's the guy that I got most of my methods from, most of the ways I use materials from. And also, it's led me down the route of North American patterns, because a lot of the patterns I learned were the old Canadian hairwing patterns that Warren used to tie for New Brunswick, the Miramichi and the Restigouche. And as I got to know, through Warren, the people out there, I started to get orders to tie for lodges in Canada, believe it or not. And that's led from Canada to the west coast for steelhead, to Iceland, and stuff for Argentina for sea trout. I tie a lot. Last year, certainly 3,500 hairwings last year for salmon. Sea trout, I'd hate to think. And at the moment now, I'm in the middle of doing steelhead flies for British Columbia for the spring run next year. If you looked at my fly box, you'd laugh. It's a plastic fly box with perhaps 8 patterns in it. Most of them have been fished 20 times. Most of them have fallen apart. Flies like this, I had to scrabble around to actually find some to show you today, because they go straight in packs and they're off somewhere else. So that's a bit about me. That's I do enjoy my salmon fishing, mind. I do enjoy my sea trout fishing. So I'll just start. So I've put together a few patterns.